Hello, 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 my beautiful people. Welcome, welcome to another video. King Draco here back with another one. We're gonna be reacting to Let's Rant About It by Anton Daniels. They got Randy Rosario, everybody else on there. I ain't got my tea today, but we finna get into the tea. So let's get right into it.
We just gave away a whole bunch of facials from Ijolu and some lip bar, lip gloss. Y'all had a good time with that? Y'all was twerking and stuff? Okay, so listen, this episode right here, we're going straight to getting the questions asked from the audience. Crew, how y'all feel about that?
Good with it.
Y'all smooth?
Real good. Let's go.
Oh, I didn't introduce you.
Thank you.
You guys, y'all make some noise for Rico Hundo.
My boy.
Hundo.
That was that was mad whack. I need some more noise. Please. 1, 2, 3. Make some noise for me, please. Yeah.
That was
That's better.
mad whack. It's crazy.
I
All right,
appreciate
let's
the
get
joke.
right to the questions. Are we ready? Let's get it.
How y'all doing? My name is Justin. I had a question. Pretty much, I wanted to know if the co-parents are like fighting everything, should that have an influence on like me seeing the kids, or should we just keep it together for the kids?
If the co-parents are fighting, should that have an influence on whether one parent should see the kids, or should they be able to be mature enough to actually work through it? I'm going to take that question straight to Chulo. If you are beefing with your baby mama, should you not be able to see your child anymore?
Nah, that's childish. That's childish in itself. Um, that bond right there. You have to nurture that. You have to nurture that. You can't be in the way because most people be putting their immature emotions before the children. That's why children normally 9 times out of 10 ain't even for the situation. People didn't have children intentionally. You can tell within their actions because if you did, you would say, nah, nothing is gonna stop you from seeing your child, no matter how much I'm beefing with you, no matter how much I really don't like you. I'm gonna set up an environment where you and that child can spend time together, especially if it's like that for real. Go ahead and let them do their thing.
But why are y'all talking like that usually happens on the man's side?
I was about to.
Men don't prevent the mother of the child from seeing the child.
That's the
Let me
thing
say
right
it.
there, man.
Happen.
Let me
So
say it.
so when you speak to that, speak specifically to the women that are weaponizing a child, using a child and using it as a weapon against the man that they no longer are with. Speak to it specifically.
I will say this. I think more often than not, the person that's standing in the way of that other parental relationship is the mom. And I think what happens in the situation often is because the woman carries the baby, we feel like that's my baby.
No.
Yeah, man. Gotta really hit on that. Um, it mostly be women. Now, Anton's being a little facetious, saying speak mostly or all to all women, but truth be told, it's mostly women that do that, that get real petty and keep the kid away from the father, which is very unfortunate, very, very, very a bad case. And it's something that really the black community struggle with from what I see, where you have the mother really keeping that child away from the father, not being able to see him, not being able to raise him, not having any say so. And it's just out of spite, it's just out of pure pettiness. Whatever the reason may be, is because she didn't get away, maybe he cheated on her, and just things that really don't have to do anything with the kid. Making the child suffer for the consequences of the parents is very unfortunate. You always want to do what's best for your child, and what's best for the child is always having both parents in that child's life.
What I need y'all to understand is that's that daddy's baby too.
Yeah,
And as much as it hurt, let me get this out because I'm on y'all side right now. As much as it hurt, as much as the pain of it not working out, you didn't carry that person's child and extend his lineage for y'all not to be together. I get that. I can understand how that's heartbreaking. I really can. You have to put your ego aside and let your kids win in life. Kids that had the same experiences that you had. So if you standing in the way of your child actually knowing their father, getting to build a relationship with their father, letting their father be a father, it's time for you to look in the mirror and do some
yeah.
self-reflection.
And fellas, you got to start knowing that these are really your kids. All right. Look at it like a Coke machine. All right. You put a quarter in, and that Coke come out. It's your Coke. If you put a baby in
What
there,
2K hell, boy.
it's your baby. So y'all need to start getting down to these courthouses before they do.
Well,
I'll say
I
this
I,
too.
I never. I'm trying to like. One thing I never see is very rare. When the parents break up and they go their separate ways, fathers never take the kids. They always, most of the time, end up with the mom. So when certain situations or certain things happen, men really do leave the ball in the women's court because they don't really step up to do much. They allow the women to take on majority of the load. They allow her to do majority of the work and then want to jump in and make executive decisions when they're not even there while everything is going on. So like that could cause all types of issues. You shaking your head, Anton, but it's true. These men don't want to raise these kids. They
Rico,
leave it for the
let's listen
women
to
to
Rico
do.
real quick. Rico, what you think?
Well, it's not what I think. It's actually what I know.
Hold the fuck up.
I know that only 18% of men win custody of their children. And I know that over 50% of men fight for their children. So when I can tell you that one out of two fathers are actually fighting for their child, I'm going to say I strongly disagree that they're not there for that child. But I will also say that systematically it's set up for us to lose, specifically in our
Facts.
community, against our child, to
do.
win
I
over our
agree.
child. So my problem with this all is when a woman, specifically speaking, if I go by numeric, to 72% of women that are actually winning the custodial rights of their child, of that percentage, they're actually willingly allowing their child to suffer by not have that father in their life if they're playing that game.
Yep.
And my issue with it all is a lot of women think that they're okay because they didn't have that experience with their father. So they think that their child is okay. But you said let them look in the mirror. They haven't understood the mirror. They don't even understand where their flaws are coming from. And they're automatically allowing those flaws to be instilled in their kid as a kid.
Can I tell you the truth though?
Yeah, he pretty much hit the nail on the head right there. I really agree with what he was saying, and I see where the lady was trying to come from. And let me just explain what I mean by that. Like, you know, I think, fathers should definitely try harder to really, I guess, be there for the very small, minute things you may not even think that's that serious, whether that's doctor's visits when she's pregnant, doctor's visits for the baby, making sure what formula to take, where the child is going, what school they're going to, who the kids are hanging around, just very small things. Be there for those very small things. That way, that child and the mother can really know in the back of their mind that you really are fighting for that child. You really are putting your front foot forward and making the effort. You know, Speaking on myself, like I come from a unique situation where I was adopted, right? And even though it wasn't even my best interest or my mother's best interest for me to be with her, it was best to be with my adoptive parents. Like she did fight tooth and nail for me. And as you get older, like you start to understand stuff like that. So what I'll say to that is just keep fighting, keep going, keep pushing. And speaking on Rico's side on the statistics, like men really are fighting for their children. They really are taking the step forward to really go push and say, hey, I want my kid. I want to see my baby. Let me see my baby. They really try to be there. This whole notion that men ain't really taking care of their households. Men don't really want to be there in their child's life. They just deadbeats out here left and right. Nah, that's not really the norm. It's usually something really going on that people really don't see, or one person's not really giving the truth about the matter, right? But they got the whole voice about it. You know, there's a lot of things at play there. So I really like what he said. That was really good.
Can I tell you the truth? He he
He
he
was
was
he was
he was
talking.
done. He was done. I let him finish. He landed the plane. Relax, niggas. I think the issue with a lot of people that are broken is, and you know what's crazy about this? I was just talking to my twin over there in the audience about this recently, a couple days ago actually. I own my shit. I can look at situations from when I was younger or from right now and say, you know what, dang, I ain't have to really spaz out on them like that and crash out or fight. Or I was overstimulated in the situation. It really wasn't that I was angry. A lot of people can't look in that mirror and say, you know what, I be fucking up. People will look in that mirror and they'll see an ego reflection and be like, oh no, I'm good. It's all that nigga fucking up. He keep dropping the ball. He lost a good thing. He lost out. No, he didn't lose out on anything, baby. You got some work to do. He left for a reason.
Was never there for a reason.
Absolutely.
He didn't commit for a
Now,
reason.
to be clear, that's not me giving a pass to no hoe ass nigga that's not raising his child, because that's weak as hell and you will never be a man and you will never be blessed. However, it's a lot of you women that are standing in the way of the men being men and being fathers, and y'all got to sit the fuck down. I know. Oh, it's only 2 claps for that shit. I
That's
bet.
right.
I bet. Let's get to this next question. We got another question over here. Let's get to it.
Hey guys,
Hey,
I'm
girl.
Lauren and I go by Access Lauren and I have 2 questions. My first question is for Anton. First and foremost, I just want to say I respect you so much for being in a marriage 20 years plus. That's amazing. As a mother of 3 sons from a 13-year relationship that did not work out, I want to know. I'm not sure if you have a daughter, but if you had a daughter, um, and she accidentally messed up and she ended up having a child out of wedlock and she didn't end up with that guy and it didn't work out. Do you feel like she deserves love still? Do you feel like she still deserves to have a
No.
situation?
If your daughter made a mistake and had a baby out of wedlock, do she still deserve
How
love?
can you
Well,
make a mistake?
does she?
So no, no, no. I'm gonna answer the question, and I'm gonna get a context. All right? No,
Thank you.
no.
Okay.
She don't get a pass?
She don't get a pass. Absolutely not.
Are you helping with the baby?
No,
You gonna love on the baby?
That's crazy.
no. She
That's
needs
cap.
to.
That's
She
cap.
no.
When
It's
he
not.
see that,
Man, that boy, hey, listen, the boy Anton, he be trying to go shade room viral sometimes. He gonna take care of that baby. He gonna help raise it. That's your grandson, man. Quit playing, man. Come on now. Let's keep it honest. Let's keep it a buck.
that grandchild, he gonna
Yeah,
help
that's
out with
cap.
that
That's
baby.
cap.
That's
He's
for
a
sure.
good guy.
I'm trying to tell
He's a
you.
great guy.
Listen, listen, listen.
Okay.
I teach my daughter that. First of all, I don't believe in dating. I'm not gonna talk about that yet. However, I teach my daughter that, for example, when she gets married, you gotta cleave to the person that you with. Ain't no mistakes. You smart. I taught you well. You didn't make a mistake and have a kid out of wedlock. You opened up your legs to somebody you shouldn't have been with in the first place. You got to be responsible for that. You got to own that. You have to own that. And more importantly, I have to ask you, why are you not with him? Why did you leave? Go if he was good enough to open up your legs to, that's your husband.
What about if he
That
leaves?
thing was stumping. It wasn't
about
that
if
he
he
was
leaves,
good
bro?
enough. It was just
What
that
if
I
she
was
say? What if she
ovulating,
say,
Dad.
Daddy, when I first met him, he was everything that he was supposed to be, but after I had this kid down the line, and all of a sudden he putting his hands on me. You gonna tell her to stay through that?
Well, I don't believe her because she went against what I taught her in the first place,
You don't believe her.
and that she should have got married before she carried. And if she got married before she carried, that mean I would have been able to vet that man out too. So
Meanwhile, this
it's
nigga
it's
So
putting
what
his
if she
hands
married
on
it's
him?
too many
me.
layers, and this is the reason why you need a community. A community is not there to raise your child. A
Preventative.
community was there to help you vet through the bad decisions that you was gonna make before you had a child. So I don't believe in excuses. I believe in ownership and accountability. I don't believe in that shit.
But as a
That's really good. Like, really, really, the vetting part. See, and I say this so many times, like people going around playing, just going relationship to relationship, and then want to say, oh, he changed on me at the end of the day. He changed on me years down the line. I mean, did you really ask him hard questions through that vetting process? And then on top of that, like before y'all went forth to have children, did he get vetted by your friends, your family, most importantly? Did they tell you things about this person? Did they ask questions? Did they ask him hard questions? See, your family gonna ask the hard questions way better than you will, ever will. You know, you probably stuck in the lovey-dovey stage and you thinking, oh, this person is just glitz and glamour. They the perfect human being. They Superman. But your family really uncover the truth. They really dive deep to really get to know who the person is. They ask the hard questions, you know, and that's the ultimate fact that people miss out on. Like all this, oh, he beating on me now, and this you missed all of that. And then it's not to say like stuff like that don't happen ever, but for the most part, let's really think about it. Like this stuff isn't just happening on the norm like people say it is. Most people leave because differences or money. If you look at the statistics on marriage and relationship, 99% of relationships end up ending You know, 50% of marriages don't end up even lasting past 7 years, I believe. So
Man, as a
So to
man,
answer your question, no, I don't think you deserve any better.
I
as
wonder
a
if she
man,
still respect him after that.
as a man, I can say I
She
made
still,
mistakes.
you still
As a
respect
man, I can
Anton
say
after
I
that?
made
I rock
mistakes.
with you.
Rico, what you
As a
saying?
man, I can say I made mistakes in my discernment, right? I wasn't always perfect in my discernment, nor do I expect anybody to be perfect in the discernment. And in fact, at pivotal times, you can actually be imperfect when you need it to be perfect the most. So when it comes to a man vetting, and I have a daughter myself. So when it comes to a man vetting the daughter's boyfriend or husband, whatever it may be, you don't know who that person will turn out to be 10 years down the line. There's a lot of people, first of all, a lot of these marriages don't fail until after a 7 year mark, right? So when they fail after the 7 year mark, they usually been together for some time before that. So if I just hypothetically say they had a decade in, the same person I am at 25 is not the same person I am at 35, right? And unfortunately, some men and women can go backwards.
That's a fact.
So with that being said, does she deserve love? In my opinion, is yes, she always deserves love.
Of course.
She
But at the same time, she needs to understand what she missed out, which allowed her to rob herself of having real love in a real
no,
relationship.
she deserved love from that dude who she married. That's where it stop at.
But what if he don't give it?
Why y'all don't believe in breaking up?
No,
Like, why
it's,
y'all don't believe in leaving
Because
bad
listen, I'm gonna
situations?
tell you why. Because when that's an option, you will always go to it. I got married knowing that I never not get married, that I never get divorced. So guess what? It ain't no choice but to work it out and see through it.
So
But
2K,
when
Come
you
on.
when you got them options
Come
on the
on now.
table, you tend to utilize.
2K in real life, I'm married too. Them options not on the table for me. But I'm telling you this, and it's the frivolous bullshit can't make me leave my husband. But I'm looking you in your face right now and tell you, if that man decided to start putting my head, knocking my head between the washer and the dryer, I might be the fuck out of there, bro.
And if you love me, you a duck.
If I love you,
That
I
nigga
what?
funny as fuck,
You
boy.
saying you a thug it out, sounding crazy as
I
hell.
thug it. Hell no.
Nah, that ain't what he said. That he said, you love me, you a duck. Muhammad Ali. Come on now.
You need to get that defense up.
Because
no,
eight
no.
times out of 10, it ain't the man that's going through the
All
domestic
right.
violence. Like, I'm not going to say women don't put their hands on men, but these men, they change.
no, y'all using extreme situations.
That's
Absolutely.
not,
Come
and
Yeah,
on.
they use
that
an
happens
extreme.
so much more than what you think it do.
If he putting his hands on you, then it wasn't the first time before you had a kid with him.
Facts.
It is true.
Facts.
All right,
Listen.
that's
It's
fair.
funny how y'all women intuition only work when it's time to leave.
I told you my
It never
intuition never works. It's anxiety.
It never worked before you opened up your legs to him. So your intuition ain't work and your vetting process ain't work and none of that stuff worked until afterwards, until you
No,
was
to
ready
be
to.
fair,
No,
they do be ignoring red flags. I
you
give you
know
that.
y'all
I
ignore
give
red
you that.
flags.
Okay, you won. What's your other question, Bookie?
All right. um,
Hey, homegirl out there drank or something. But yeah, like I was saying, like that vetting process is real important because women do ignore that fuck out of some red flags, boy, I tell you. Whether it's family members, friends back in the day, like I hear it out. When I hear stuff, I'm like, nigga didn't even have a call. He asking for your call, asking you for money every week. He riding around on your car every day. Got his homeboys with him. All he do is smoke weed. Ain't got a job, but shit, he slanging that iron on you. You hypnotized, and I just be like, how you miss that? So I definitely feel what the Anton's saying when they really be missing the mark. Like they really ignore red flags for the people they like. Women really ignore red flags for the people they like. Let you know that right now.
um, is it necessary for dads to be physically present, or can we make it work some other way? So, um, can we keep the holiday spirit without everyone under the same roof?
Is it
No.
necessary for dads to help raise their children, or can you do it alone? Look at my lips. Fuck no, you can't do it alone. That's why this world's so fucked up right now. We got emotional, sensitive ass, over the top ass dudes, and we got women who don't know how to be submissive wives. That's why we're so fucked up now. No, we need dads and moms in the household.
Yeah,
Period.
I agree. You need the dad there.
What?
Yeah.
Who the fuck bulls to say you need to have two parents? What type of nigga is you? Oh, you come from a single.
Hey, oh, now.
Well, damn.
She said a weak one. Oh shit. His girl up here with him. I hope you can fight. Lace him up. Okay, so what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think we need to have two parent households, or can a woman figure it out on her own?
Nah, well, listen.
She definitely needs help. Definitely.
Yeah, like the examples that's come day in and day out just by watching is something in itself. So it's easy to say, hey, you treat a man like this, this, and this. But if you ain't got no examples of it, then you can't do so. You ain't never seen it. My daddy was an episode of the Cosby's, so I thought that's how I was supposed to live life for a long time. But when I got out here, I had to learn the hard way. So yeah, he need to be in the house.
What about you, Anton? Do you think that you can raise a child on your own without having your wife there?
All right. Well, now I got to tell you the truth, since you really want to get there. I think that's why the majority of these guys is gay.
Those views are 100% Anton Daniels,
No,
and none of us ran about it.
It's 100% me. I think that it's a lot of son husbands. Y'all selfish because now you're raising a son to be able to replace the man that you should have been with.
He not wrong
So
about that.
what happens is that man grows up, he'll never tell you, but he resents.
Yeah, let me say, a lot of these dudes gay is crazy. Like I said, the boy be trying to go shade room viral. I would say emotional. A lot of them are very emotional. You know, you got the young niggas out here stealing Hellcats, shooting up people's houses, shooting up shit, getting life sentences at the age of 17. You know, you get emotional guys like that, you know, sleeping with a whole bunch of women, messing around, don't really know how to respect a woman because their mama don't respect themselves. I see that more often. That's not to say that, you know, a good number of homosexuality come from broken households, and they do, absolutely. But I ain't gonna say the majority of men that out here gay. Like that's kind of crazy, but whatever.